Okay, so today we're going to taste test the Mexican Sour Gherkin. Let's go and take a walk in the garden. Yeah, you can see everything's kind of getting grown in, and it's that time of the year, you know. But I'll tell you, these August days so far have been dropping down in the 40s, and that's really reaping havoc on a lot of the plants, especially the tomato plants. So let's pick one. And this is a Mexican Sour Gherkin. Okay, it looks like a little mini watermelon. Now this one's a little messed up. Maybe I'll pick another one. Oop. Just like that. Alright, so that's the Mexican Sour Gherkin. And this is what the plant looks like. This is the leaf of the plant, as you can see. It grows basically just like a cucumber. You can see how it puts out tendrils like this. Okay. And it makes these really little tiny flowers. Let's see if we can get back here. Now, these plants are all planted all the way down here somewhere. And they grew all over this fence. They blocked out my peas, and it just grew out of control. Alright, so that's a flower of it. If you can see that flower. That's the flower. Again, that's the leaf. Almost looks like a loofah sponge leaf. And as you can see, there's little Mexican gherkins dangling and bangling. Oop, another one. If you can see, they come right off. Actually, there's gherkins all over the ground here. So they're falling off. I gotta go and pick them up. I just want some of these to ripen up on here so I can get seeds for next year. Here's another one. There's a whole bunch on here. There's another one here. A couple there, some there. They're all over. There's dozens of them. And I got like 3 different areas I'm growing them in. I got one here. I got one growing along that little fence on the back. And then in the back garden, I got a couple growing there. So they're kind of growing all around. Going to have plenty of Mexican gherkins, and we're going to do a taste test on that and try to describe the flavor. Alright, so we're going to taste test this right now. I have eaten these already, so I kind of know what to expect, but I usually try not to eat them, so I give you that first expression like as if it's something new I'm trying, but I have tried them, so let's give it a go. There's a reason why they call them sour Mexican gherkins. There's a reason why they call them that. They are a little tangy. If you pick them when they're young like this, they're not as tangy, but this one was tangy too. Maybe I was a full-grown one or whatever, but my interpretation of this vegetable, it's very tangy like it. Not very tangy to the point where you're like choking on it, but it is tangy. You're going to taste a soury, hold you back a little, you're going to taste a little bit soury kind of a thing. But what I can say is that it tastes kind of like eating a pickle without eating a pickle. You know how pickles taste? They come out of the, not the ones in vinegar, but like kosher pickles, the ones that are just dill pickle, you know, like a kosher pickle are made without vinegar. Those kind of pickles. This kind of tastes like sour one of those a little bit, but without the salt and the other spices, just that sour part of the pickle. That's kind of what it tastes like. So it's like eating a pickle without the pickle. You could just take these things and throw them in your salad if you want. That would make a nice, interesting presentation. So when you're serving them to your guests, That would look really interesting in a salad. And as far as like any other cooking with it, I really wouldn't know what you do with those things. I mean, this is only the second year I grew these. So, I mean, I don't really, I've never cooked with them. I can't imagine you cooking with them. The only thing I would presume you can do with them is pickle them. And you can eat them raw in a salad. Now, I don't know if you can grill them or anything. They're the kind of a thing where they'll probably get slimy if you start cooking it. They kind of become gross. So, I'll grab another one. And there's another one right there. I like these things. Personally, these are perfect for me because I really don't like eating huge cucumbers. Because huge cucumbers for me is like, it's a lot to eat and I don't want to just fill up on a cucumber. So I kind of like to eat a little tomato, a little this. And when you get a cucumber, it's like you got to eat this whole thing or it's going to go bad. And that just takes up all the room. So that's why cucumbers I tend to like let ripen on a vine. I'll eat one or two here and there. But I tend to just leave the rest ripen and let the seeds fall and all that. Or if I'm selling vegetables that year, I'll put a table out and put my cucumbers out that way. Unless I'm getting a lot of vegetables, I don't waste my time doing it. But as far as like these versus a cucumber, they still have a cucumber taste to them. But they're a little sour. There's like a soury aftertaste. But I like these better because I could just pick what I want and eat the small amounts that I want with my salad and everything. And I get that cucumber taste and I'm good with it. I don't need to chop this entire cucumber up, put it in a salad and try to have to eat it or save it for later. You know, I usually eat once a day or once or twice a day. I'll eat something midday or in the morning. And then at night, you know, I like to just eat my salad, a little other, you know, piece of meat or something with it. But this goes really good in the salad. This definitely is definitely something you would like to grow. You can, like, if you're into pickling, this would be the thing to pickle. I mean, I got a lot. This thing is really producing a lot of these things. I mean, they're all over the place. I'll show you. I'll walk you around. I'll walk you around. See, it's like, it looks like a little mini watermelon like that. My camera looks like a big eyeball. Alright, let's eat that one. I'm going to take you for a walk. So, yeah, they're definitely good. They're perfect for me. If you're not like somebody who wants to eat this huge salad, because when you make a salad, you got to make them. If you don't have other people eating the salad with you, you just want to make salad for yourself, you have to make things according to proportion. So you got a tomato, you got a little lettuce. If you had leaves of lettuce you're going to put in there, you're going to add maybe a little bit of cheese, you're going to add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Next thing you know, the whole salad bowl's full. You got to eat all that. It's a lot of vegetables to eat. So when you cut up a cucumber, it just takes up all that space. It takes up a lot of space, fills up the whole thing. It offsets the balance of the way you're making your salad. It's just too cucumbery. Whereas these things, you could just throw a bunch of them in there. You don't even have to cut them up. Just pull them off of there, just wash them off and, you know, throw them in your salad. You're good. So let me just show you really quick. So you can see that it went all the way along the top. But look, yeah, there's gherkins all over the place. Somehow I got to let some of these ripen. I don't know if they're going to ripen on the floor, but the seeds when I'm eating, from the ones that I'm eating, the seeds are very, I don't know if they're developed or not. They don't taste like they're developed. There's nothing hard and chewy. So it's almost a little slimy a little bit, almost, you know. See how he comes out every time I do one of these reviews. Boom, he's there. I didn't see him all day. And as soon as I come out here and I start doing a video, he comes out. He wants to be on camera, you know. So that's your gherkins over there. Move these tomato plants out of the way. There's some gherkins here going along the fence. They're actually hanging all over the place. They're really hard to see and this vine really spreads itself out a lot. It grows very profusely. You can see all along the edge of that fence. all over here. It's growing all over the place. If you dedicated, like over here, that something's wrong with the soil over there. I gotta do something with it because everything stunts as soon as I plant it in there, and my hops vine is turning yellow and dying. So I'm not sure what's going on with there. So I gotta remove some soil and possibly replant the hops vine, and then I'm gonna be ordering soil probably next year if I'm still here. I'm probably gonna order a couple of truckloads of soil, and just everything's gonna get new soil. I can't grow in the soils anymore. It's completely used up and dead. But if you were to grow your Mexican gherkins on that thing right that I got there, that tall fence, if you were to grow them on that, that whole thing would probably fill up by the end of the year. That would cover that entire fence. You plant, you know, a half dozen of those plants and you'll get a lot of them. And to tell you the truth, you really kind of want to grow a lot of these because these are really fun to eat. They're just really fun, you know. I like eating these things. At first I was like, I don't know if I like this. But after you eat a couple of them, you get hooked on these things, you know. Let me get you a good shot here. See that? I'm gonna eat that one, just for you. See what it looks like on the bottom? I'll bite one in half for you, how's that? That's what it looks like in the inside. It's basically a cucumber is what it is. It's a different kind of cucumber, but it's basically a cucumber. It's almost all seed. But the seeds are very soft. I'm chewing them up. I don't know how you let them ripen. I guess these things got to sit around for like a month, 2 months. And then eventually the seeds ripen. I don't know. I'm going to leave some of them on there to ripen because I do want to save seeds from these. So, but yeah, that's what it looks like, that. Delissimo. So I highly recommend these. These are really good. What I will say about growing these things, don't grow them near other vines or anything. Just if you're going to grow these, you're going to want to set up like a trellis all by itself. Don't grow them near peas. Don't grow them near anything. Grow them all by themselves. They got a funny starting pattern. They start off really slow, and then once they establish, boom, they blow up. So they're either going to be outgrown or overgrow. They're either going to not grow fast enough and all the vegetation around it's going to grow in the beginning and then smother it out, or it's going to overgrow and it's going to grow it like this. You see here, it's overgrew all my peas. Overgrew all my peas, which is fine. I shouldn't even have grown peas this late in the year, but it's overgrowing everything on the fence, and now it pretty much took over, which is fine. And you know, like I say, it's got a funny growing habit, so I recommend you grow them by themselves. You know, don't grow it among other stuff. Just kind of let it grow by itself. It's going to look like this when it starts growing. It's just going to form these massive bushes, and that's just the way it likes to grow. It grows better like this. If you just let one string grow out nice and neat and evenly, it doesn't grow as good. It likes to grow in clusters and form these beehives, these nests of growth. That's the way it likes to grow. Seems like it grows best that way. I've grown it where it was just one single vine, no bends, no overlapping. It didn't grow as good, but I grow it like this and just let it grow wild, and that's just the way it wants to grow. It's kind of like a wild plant. It just doesn't want to be, it doesn't like you taming it, in other words. It just wants to be left alone. All right, so that's my review on the Mexican Sour Gherkin. And if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care now.